Hey, man. Bro, allegedly, Nikola Jokic got some trade rumors or something, bro. This is my first time hearing about this. First time ever hearing about this, dude. Bro, very off topic. Top 10 player. We'll go down as a top, not even top. We'll go down as a top 5 player all the time, bro. We'll go down as a top 5 player all the time, dude. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But like Jokic, he generally will go down as a top 5 player. That like button, subscribe, and link into it, man.
Nikola Jokic says he wants to be a Nugget for life, but Denver's basically begging him to leave. They're like, we don't want you. Go somewhere else. Because to lose your
He low-key a top 10 player right now.
best player, this is basically the playbook. Step 1 this summer, take a huge step back, losing in the first round. Step 2, make 0 improvements. Step 3, trade your best young player for a draft pick. And step 4, pivot from a 24-year-old Peyton Watson to a 37-year-old DeMar DeRozan. It's like they're fumbling Joker's prime on purpose. But is he gonna leave? We don't know for sure. But everyone's talking Warriors if Joker changes team.
If they let Jokic leave,
there's a different team.
They GM may be worse than the Celtics GM.
Team that should feel very good about their
Brown get traded that way.
Chances. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Nuggets sent away Peyton Watson, and the trade was Cavs get Watson, Cam Whitmore, who they waived. That's a whole nother thing. Sad story for his career. Clippers get Max Strus. Nuggets get 1 first and a second. The Wizards get Trey Mann and a second. This is actually part of a 5-team trade that involves Dennis Schroeder, blah, blah, blah. The important part is Watson signs a 4-year, $88 million.
I was having this combo, bro. Jokic better than Kobe, bro. Jokic is better than Kobe.
Deal in Cleveland. and good for them. Got embarrassed in the playoffs last
year. How good Jokic is
year by New York.
And how much he genuinely does not give a fuck about the sport of basketball. Kobe, he had to go 110% in this shit, bro. Rest in peace, Kobe, bro. Rest in peace, Mamba. But, bro, Jokic ain't never.
Go out
Jokic
and get
goes 10%. Jokic goes 10%.
Better. And yes, losing Max Strus sucks because he's a good shooter. Charles Barkley's obsessed with him.
I'm thinking what everybody's like. That's a
I know they play different positions too, so it's like.
I don't think everybody's like.
But the Nuggets got worse on purpose. So their rich owner doesn't have to pay a big tax bill. Why do you even own an NBA team? When you've got the best or second best player in the world, that's when you go for it. And let's be clear, the Nuggets will never have another Nikola Jokic again. This is it. Maybe not for like 50 to 100 years. You think I'm exaggerating? Joker's been the best player alive for what, 5-6 years now, right? From 2021 when he won his first MVP until last year when Victor Wembanyama took over.
Because every time
and I'm being generous there. Do you know how many players have been the best guy alive for that long a stretch? The list is Bill Russell, MJ, LeBron Kareem, George Mikan, and Jokic. That's it. And I know you want to count Magic and Bird in there, but they were not the best guy for that long. Point is, that's the list. You've got one of those guys. You have to be lucky enough to actually draft that guy when he enters the league, right? So maybe another Jokic in like 200 years is realistic. I'm not kidding. So what are they doing? Well, let's be clear. Peyton Watson was not going to win them a championship. This happened long before Peyton Watson. And in some ways,
20.
I get where the owner's coming from, right? Like at 4 years, $88 million. Watson would have cost them $22 million for the season, plus a tax bill just this year on top of that of $157 million for the second apron repeater tax. So the total is $177 million for 1 year of Peyton Watson. The owner was like, no, I know I'm going to get slammed for this, but we're not going to win a championship anyway with this guy. I don't think I'm going to pay $177 million. The actual problem happened years ago. Mistake number 1 was...
I just got clickbait like fuck, bro. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm take that to the chin. I'm gonna just take it to the chin. That's on me. That's on me, y'all.
Paying injury-riddled Jamal Murray a max extension when he's only made one All-NBA team and he was coming off a terrible Olympics for Team Canada. It was the perfect time to play hardball with it, but they didn't, and nobody was even bidding against them. So they paid Jamal Murray just to make him happy. Then they paid Zeke Naji over $7 million a year right before we learned he's not actually an NBA player. Then, of course, the Christian Braun 5-year, $125 million extension. This was bad because of how he regressed offensively, turning into a borderline one-way player for them, a huge overpay. So that is 3 big mistakes, plus the fact that Aaron Gordon, this was bad player.
32 mil.
Then, of course, the Christian Braun.
Who got $125 million? Bro, that's why I say all the time. 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 That's why I say all the time, guys. I say NBA money is different from NFL money. Because you know who was just arguing over what's 125 minus 95, bro? Hold on. 125 minus 95. You know who was just arguing for $30 million less? The best running back in the league, Bijan Robinson. He was arguing, dude. This nigga was doing protest, not even $30 million. $60 million less. Dope, bro. This nigga was doing
Brown 5-year, $125 million extension. This was bad because of how he.
Bro, I don't want to call this dude nobody, but we got nobody ass niggas making $125
progressed offensively, turning into a borderline one-way player for them, a huge overpay. So that is 3 big mistakes, plus the fact that Aaron Gordon suddenly can't stay healthy for very long. And the Nuggets are an overrated, overpaid, bloated mess. Just a terrible job by the front office, and all done after they got cheap and let go of Tim Connolly. Tim Connolly was the original front office guy who built the 2023 champion around Jokic. Then he gets poached to Minnesota, and a guy named Calvin Booth takes over. Immediately does the Jamal Murray extension, the Zeke Naji thing, and then the new front office did the Christian Brown contract. Meanwhile, Connolly keeps kicking butt by building the Wolves team designed to take down Denver. In fact, since winning their title in 2023, the Wolves have beat the Nuggets 2 out of 3 times in the playoffs. So this looks terrible. But is Joker actually going to leave in free agency? Well, people freaked out because he didn't sign his extension this summer when he could have. But it turns out he can make a lot more money by signing next offseason. $77 million more. In fact, he was asked, and Joker said, yes, this is just financial. And headlines were like, case closed, Nugget for life. But if you look at the actual quote, he says it like right after a game, all sweaty. He's not going to make some huge news randomly in like some hallway in Europe. So who knows?
$25 million, and they'll still look you in the eye and say, "Nah, bro, that's not enough to live on. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know all the expenses I paid for. You don't know how much my bills go." Nigga, shut your ass up.
This all comes down to whether he wants to win that bad. And a lot of people say he doesn't. He's not built like a Kobe Bryant. And it makes sense. Like, do you remember his biggest reaction after winning the title in 2023? He asked the PR guy when the parade was. And when he told him, Joker was like,
if $1 million is not enough for you to live on, bro, that might just mean you meant to be broke, bro. That might just mean you meant to be
just want to go home to my horses. But at the same time, he's not that laid back when it comes to basketball. Like, I can think of 5 gigantic fights that he's been in over the years. And if he doesn't care, why does man get so heated at times with his teammates? Why does man get like, I can think of 5 gigantic fights that
why have I never seen
that he's been in over the years? And if he doesn't care, why does man get so heated at times with his teammates during really big games? It looks like he cares. The only thing that he hasn't done is hint at leaving, like Giannis did over the years constantly, right? Like Giannis always made it clear, I'm loyal, but I value winning over loyalty. And he eventually left. Yo, if Giannis was on the Nuggets, he'd have been gone. Because the Nuggets are turning into the Bucks before our eyes. Getting worse in the playoffs every year. Check. Stupid expensive, but not that talented. Check. Traded every pick you had.
In 20 years, niggas ain't gonna remember Dame Lillard, bro. Reason why is because he's
Bucks did it, and the Nuggets just got back a pick in this Peyton Watson trade. Great. And desperate trades. For Milwaukee, it was like, Damian Lillard, Miles Turner. For the Joker, it's going to be DeMar DeRozan. Congrats. So we don't know if he's going to leave, but nobody would blame him. So where could he go? Well, first off, Joker could sign and trade to basically any team technically next offseason, or he could go somewhere with cap space. And the obvious choice is the Golden State Warriors. They would have enough to pay him the max. But is that really his best chance to win? I mean, the Warriors have Steph. It would be fun. But this feels like LeBron going there, right? His best chance is on another, not on some 10 seed in the West. How is that a huge upgrade over the Nuggets roster? No. I think the Lakers actually have a much better edge here, because if there's one star in the NBA Joker feels a real connection with, it's Luka Doncic. They're both from the Balkans in Europe, which is the former Yugoslavia, and they have a shared history together. Luka and Jokic just look like long-lost brothers when you see them together on the court.
They're just white, bro. They're just white, dude. They do not look anything alike.
And they'd be a great fit from a
These niggas do not look like no fucking
basketball
standpoint.
Am I tripping or what? But there's a catch.
Chat, do they look like long lost brothers to you? Dude.
And they'd be a great fit from a basketball standpoint.
Okay, bro.
But there's a catch. LA had enough money to perfectly slide Joker into their books, just like the Warriors, but then they ruined it with all their moves this summer. The Austin Reeves extension, the Walker Kessler contract,
$185 million.
And they ruined it with all their moves this summer. The
Austin Reeves, $185 million. I'm gonna just let y'all sit on that, bro. I'm gonna let y'all. What, like
extension, the Walker Kessler contract, and all the small moves like Quentin Grimes. So now that means getting Joker starts with moving either Reeves or Walker Kessler. One of them would have to go. And right now, before the season, before we see how it all plays out, I would say Reeves, because Lakers would need all the defense that they can get. And people might say, oh, Nuggets don't want overpaid Reeves. That's fine, but then they risk losing Joker for nothing when he goes to Golden State. Now, obviously, that's way in the future, and we don't know. Yeah, but I can't wait to at least hear from Jokic after this Peyton Watson move. Where is his mindset at? Because this summer has been awful if he wants to compete. But speaking of a crazy summer, obviously the Lakers sale has been crazy. And look, this is, I will admit, the third video that I've done about this. I'm teasing here, but I think it's the best one because I fully break down everything that went wrong, all of the crimes that the old owner is being accused of, what could happen to him, and then all the drama that's going down with the Bus family. Because overall, this Lakers sale, it will be a documentary someday, and we're watching it all play out in front of our eyes in real time.
All right, hey, hit that like button, subscribe button, bro. Like I said, bro, this is my fault. We got clickbaited, bro. Please forgive my mistake, bro.